Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
I want to be free as can be.
They say that freedom is the ability to fully experience life. The GUT Credit Union is giving you the freedom to choose. Get a loan for any purpose, whether it's consolidating your debt, buying a vehicle, owning your home, back to school, or a dream vacation. We offer competitive rates with terms and payments that fit your lifestyle. Call 440-1354. Email loans@gutcu.com or visit go.gutcu.com/freedom to start enjoying your life, your money, your way. Promotion ends September 30th, 2022. Special conditions apply. More freedom, more choices. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
This is the Network News for Wednesday, October the 12th, 2022. I'm Stasia Blake. In the headlines, St. Andrew businessman claims to be the victim of robberies 5 times in less than 2 weeks. Supplementary Appropriations Act passed in the Senate on Tuesday. President of the Grenada Bar Association reiterates the calls for a stable home for the court system and proper security. And in around the globe, regionally, political analyst says Guyanese government's relief efforts are short-sighted and for a select few. And in international news, Nigeria floods kill more than 300 and submerge homes and roads. Coming up in sports, Grenada to compete in regional women's volleyball championship. Details right after this message.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue. Available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Good evening. This is GBN's News at 7. St. Andrew businessman says multiple break-ins at his establishment less than 2 weeks apart are causing him significant distress. He's asking that a proper facility be established for substance abuse persons so that they won't continue to become a nuisance to society and businesses. Rena Pierre-Thomas has this report.
Cyril George says the small restaurant and bar he's presently operating has been broken into more than 5 times in less than 2 weeks. The culprit, who is a well-known drug addict, was caught on camera committing this act and was only arrested by the Grenville police on Tuesday.
The loss is over $2,000 because all the drinks, boxes of Rica juice, beers, everything. He emptied the cupboards, he emptied the fridge. I don't know how he made it, if it's several trips or what. Well, we saw him making several trips, as a matter of fact. And we lost about $3,000 total. They say they will have him evaluated, and then they will know what to do with him, whether to send him to the mental home or to put him in prison or what. But I think he knows what he's doing.
George says the financial hit by these robberies has left the shop and owner's pocket empty, making it almost impossible to recover as the individual who did the crime cannot reimburse them.
Well, we are suffering by that. But when he's in prison or in mental home, we feel better and we feel safer. Very much, very badly. Because for the past 2 weeks, we lost about over $3,000. As far as we know. It's hard, I think it's hard to get it back. Because my nephew was saying if he had something they will deal with him. But I don't think he has anything. So we just have to try and keep our minds together and see what we can do.
This issue has not only affected him, but other businesses and homeowners in the town of Grenville who have been victims. He said the accused man was only released from prison just a few weeks ago for the same act and fears that the cycle will continue to repeat itself. He is calling on the relevant authority to develop a proper facility for substance abuse people who are distressing business owners and society.
Since he is out, because he made some prison for this place already, and since he came back, it's happening fairly regular, almost every week. If he's not in the shop here, he's in my van. Several times I had to chase him from my van, taking things in the van, and probably other people things too, you know. People like him, there are about 3 or 4 people like him. He's the worst though. They should really get a place and keep them there. I don't know if it's for training or teaching or something. Not even, you know, put them in a place and try to see if they can change them a little.
For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
The Supplementary Appropriations Bill, which gives financing for a number of key government projects, as well as ensures funding for retroactive pension payments, was tabled in Senate on Tuesday. Gerard Joseph has the details.
Having examined the state of affairs for Grenada, a Supplementary Appropriations Act was passed in Senate on Tuesday to address some of the immediate issues facing the country. A leader of government business in the Senate, Senator Adrian Thomas, noted that the National Democratic Congress has finally been able to address the issue of public sector pension, which has been a focus for the party since 2013.
Madam President, the day is finally here. And we make no bones about that. The people, the workers in Grenada, Carriacou and Petit Matnik, who have worked for 20, 30, 40 years in the service and left the service quietly, having to resort to poverty. We are here today to seek the approval for this bill so that these people will have a different life and a change in terms of changing their lifestyle in terms of going forward.
Infrastructure projects such as the Molyneux land slippage and financing for the new Ministry of Mobilization are being covered by the supplementary appropriation. The former administration had come under heavy fire during the recent sitting of the House of Representatives on the slow progress of the Molyneux project. However, opposition senator and former infrastructure minister Nolan Cox stated that significant work was done to get the project to this point.
We have worked speedily as much as possible as we can. So our call is not a call to in any way talk about what we have done, but our call is a call to speed up, to ease the burden that road users have to contend with on a daily basis.
Senator Cox appealed for urgency, noting a major issue facing citizens living in St. Patrick and St. Mark.
After a certain time in the day, when the bus goes up, they don't come back. So you have workers who are finishing late in some of the business places. In some cases, they are stranded.
Senator Jonathan Lacrette, rising in support of the Supplementary Appropriation Bill, cited the need to finance and boost human resource capacity to ensure the health sector is robust moving forward.
Madam President, if any one of us fall along here right now, God forbid, and have to be rushed to the general hospital, based on your condition, I am not quite sure whether or not, if it's a heart condition or some other condition, we will be able to maybe stabilize you. But at some point, we may have to fly you out because some essential specialist services are critically missing from our health sector.
I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
Opposition Senators Neelan Franklin and Katisha Douglas also brought forth some interesting contributions to the debate as the 2022 Supplementary Appropriations Act was passed on Tuesday. Hear more in this Gerard Joseph report.
Noting the savings of $32.9 million from the initial 2022 budget, Senator Neelan Franklin questioned the rationale for the $117 million for capital expenditure under the Supplementary Appropriations Act 2022.
Is it necessary given the $32.9 million savings. Additionally, Madam President, there is a request for $77 million for the current expenditure side. The media review document also indicates that there's an estimated saving on 4 line items there.
Senator Franklin also citing an estimated $28 million in savings on the current expenditure side, probed as to whether it was necessary to request $77 million given the significant savings projected. He likewise pointed to what appeared to be a continuation of contract work against the backdrop of NDC's election campaign promises.
An interesting observation of the request, the supplementary, the new ministry, the Ministry of Mobilization, Implementation and Transformation, MIT. It has a nice abbreviation. There was a promise of removing contract work and whatnot, but we see an opportunity here for contract work to be removed or eliminated as promised, and there is a significant allocation under that ministry, a request rather, for contract work. So I would like some clarity on that.
Government Senator Claudette Joseph, responding to concerns about continued contract work under the NDC, noted that they met arrangements already set by the former administration.
And the terms had been agreed, but the contracts had not yet been signed. And in most instances, we must act with decency and acknowledge government as a continuum. And if we have no good reason for not proceeding to sign a contract that our predecessor entered into, we signed the contract.
Joseph, who is also Minister for Labour, further explained that government is treading cautiously as it is reasonable to regularize contract workers by doing so first with those already in the system.
New people coming into the service, into the service, whether it's MIT or any other ministry, by and large, they enter on contract because we cannot go regularizing some and not the other. We cannot, for example, in fairness, bring new people into the service as established, and then you have contract workers already in the service, 10, 15, some 20 years on contract, and we're telling them, wait till we regularize, while we hire new people straight in because we say we're going to regularize.
I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
President of the Grenada Bar Association reiterates the calls for a stable home for the court system and proper security. More in this Christina John report.
President of the Grenada Bar Association, Derek Sylvester, is pleading for tolerance from the general public. This as they continue to advocate for a permanent home for the courts and registry. Following her assumption of office following the June 23rd general election, Attorney General and Minister for Legal Affairs Claudette Joseph promised to treat this request with some form of urgency. She noted that she will follow up on the progress already made by the previous administration in accomplishing that goal.
I'm saying what we need as a matter of urgency is a halls of justice. Because you should not be in a position whereby you have the High Court sitting in River Road today in the stadium, then tomorrow on Young Street, and then the following day somewhere on Church Street. You need to have all those facilities housed in one building, so that needs some priority. Or as we continue to have problems that we're having with the administration of justice.
Sylvester is not only reiterating his call for a halls of justice, but proper security as well.
So we need a court system whereby we have sufficient security, so persons going in and out of court, you know whether or not they have no weapons, no devices. So you have to we need a proper system of security. We don't wait until something happens seriously in court and then you act on it. My view now is that we need not only a proper court system, but we also need security. Better security for judges, magistrates, and even complainants.
He He impresses that with the continuous shifting of material and equipment, it is likely this can lead to information becoming compromised. Just under 1 month ago, Alexander Clark, who was given a prison sentence of 67.5 years, walked out of prison a free man as a result of a missing transcript no one is able to give account for.
Even before my time, before my presidency, my predecessors would have championed the cause to have a halls of justice, because the judiciary is a co-equal arm of state. You can't have 3 arms of state and one is not properly housed. And those things could lead to all different issues. If the registry is moving from bow to stern, east, west, north, and south, you would have certain issues in relation to administration. You may have lost stuff that are lost. You may have things that would happen, because I recall in the last couple of years, the registry probably were housed in 3 to 4 different locations.
Sylvester notes that staff at the registry works tirelessly under extremely difficult circumstances and so begs for understanding. Christelina John, GBN News.
This is News at 7. Coming up, cardiologist specialist expresses concern over citizens' heart health. Stay with us.
You've asked for it, and now it's here. The NLA announces its new mid-morning draw, commencing September 30th at 9:45 a.m. Yes, you heard right. Draws for Pick 3, Cash 4, and Playway will now be conducted 3 times daily at 9:45 a.m., 12:45 p.m., and 7:45 p.m., Monday to Friday. The Saturday draws remains twice daily. And that's not all. Simply place your non-winning Cash 4, Pick 3, and Playway tickets valued at least $10 from a single purchase in the NLA branded box at your favorite sales location. 4 chances to win 10 prizes of $1,000 each. Whoa! $10,000 is up for winnings. Compliments the NLA. Be sure to write your name, address, and contact info on your entries before submitting. Promotion runs from September 30th to October 28th and would be drawn on Friday, November 4th, 2022. NLA, making your dreams a reality while supporting sports, culture, and nation building. Must be 18 or older to participate. Terms and conditions apply. See stores for details.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Grenada Electricity Services Limited cordially invites shareholders to attend the 63rd Annual General Meeting on Tuesday, 18th October 2022 at 4:30 p.m. Shareholders can attend virtually on Zoom as well as in person at the Grenada Trade Center Annex. Virtual attendees are required to register and must be verified by the Eastern Caribbean Securities Exchange. To allow adequate time for this process, we encourage shareholders to register early. Visit www.grenlec.com or call Grenlec at 237 for registration details. A reminder that Grenlec's annual general meeting of shareholders will be hosted on Tuesday, 18th October 2022, virtually on Zoom or in person at the Trade Center Annex at 4:30 p.m.
Did you know that the National Policy on Sports and Physical Activity has a cradle-to-grave concept? The objectives of the draft policy focuses on inclusiveness of all ages. It includes providing an enabling and non-discriminatory environment that will motivate citizens to actively participate in sports on all levels and across all age groups, to provide athletes from every sporting discipline who demonstrates the ability to become world
world-class performers with the opportunity to excel at that level, and providing all Grenadians with the opportunity to develop a solid technical foundation in sports. You have an opportunity to make further recommendations for the effectiveness of the national policy on sports and physical activity by attending the reconsultation meetings in your area. Get involved.
If prosperity really matters to you, come home to Grenada Cooperative Bank. Since 1932, we have shared the same values: financial diligence, investing with prudence, transparent compliance, consistent performance.
Welcome home, Grenada.
No matter the economic climb, we always stand the test of time.
Welcome home, Grenada, the bank that goes the extra mile. Welcome home, Grenada, the bank that serves with a smile.
Welcome to a bank you can truly call your own. Grenada Cooperative Bank.
We care because you matter.
Co-op Bank. Welcome home.
Paying is faster and easier with Flow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press Consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
Celebrates 75 years of transforming lives with its celebratory suite of loan products. Own your own vehicle, education, land, or home, and anchor your roots. Start living the life you deserve by applying for an Own Your Own loan at reduced interest rates. Simplify your life and consolidate all your debts by applying for a Simplify loan and open doors to new beginnings and explore more opportunities to shape your future. Call or send us a WhatsApp on 423-4987 or email us at loans@arisecu.com today to continue your journey towards financial freedom. Terms and conditions apply. Arise Credit Union, celebrating 75 years of transforming lives.
The National Insurance Scheme continues to make it easy to access our services using the MyNIS online platform. Now we're introducing a new feature that allows you to submit your benefit claims from the convenience of your smart devices. No paper, no hassle. All you have to do is log in to my.nisgrenada.org. Select claims, fill out the relevant information, and click submit. We'll take it from there. It's that simple and that easy. Submit a claim from the comfort of your home as you rest and recuperate. Enjoy the convenience of faster claim processing and monitor the status of your claim every step of the way. We are excited to introduce this new feature to better serve you. NIS is changing the game and the way you make your claim. Access anywhere and anytime with MyNIS Online.
The others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
The St. John's River Flood Mitigation Project will solve the flooding problem. Minister for Mobilization, Implementation and Transformation is confident it will. We get more in this report from Christina John.
Minister for Mobilization, Implementation and Transformation, Andy Williams, is given the assurance that once the St. John's River Flood Mitigation Project is complete, this will be the end of flooding in the River Road area. The minister and his team visited the site earlier Wednesday following heavy downpours overnight that led to the river bursting its banks in some parts and flooding homes. Phases 3 and 4 of the project are already completed and showing signs that they have, to an extent, achieved their purpose.
The team from the MIT came to look at the project today because we saw overflowing of water into the road, right? And it is understandable because we have about 3 more packages to go out, which will complete the road. So for now, where the water is coming from, those areas have to be tendered. As a matter of fact, the tender is out already. So once the construction is done at that segment of the road, the flooding will stop. So we are very confident that this project here will stop the flooding in the road because where it has already been completed, we have seen improvement and there's no water going into the road also.
With work presently ongoing on 2 other phases, the recent flooding will create some setbacks. However, Junior Latouche, Quality Control and Safety Manager at Creative Designs, says there is no need to be fearful.
Citizens of Grenada shouldn't be worried about the wall because the Beston, the engineer, did a good job in designing the height of the wall. The height of the wall is, it's going to take the volume of the water. It's acceptable. Creative Design is doing a good job as well. We understand the river. We understand the scope of works. I don't see no reason why the citizens of Grenada should worry. So you can see from what you see now that the water is flowing nice and smooth. And once the project is finished, everything would come back to normal.
During Tuesday's sitting of the Upper House, private sector representative Senator Salim Rahman questioned the government's allocation towards the St. John's River Flood Mitigation Project. Would it be enough?
The particular question is with regard to the St. John's Flood Control Project. That 11,500,000, if it would see it to completion, and if that completion would be along the cemetery, because I noticed that at the bottom of the cemetery I have a property that is adjacent, and I noticed that when it floods, the water comes in at the bottom of the cemetery there, and no work has yet commenced on that part. So I'd just like to get some clarification on that.
Business leader in the Senate, Adrian Thomas, told Senator Rahman that he could not confirm if his concerned area was covered under the project. However, Senator Claudette Joseph provided a response.
Yes, Honorable Senator Rahman, work has to be done in the area by the mouth of the river that is affecting private property, including property belonging to your family. So that is something that has to be taken into account. As my learned friend indicated, I believe, but I cannot say with certainty, that the $11.5 million sought here now will cover that. But I know within the scope of works going forward, that issue is under consideration.
Before noon today, students of the St. Andrew Anglican Primary School had to return home as they were affected by the heavy rains which caused severe flooding on the school compound. Rena Pierre-Thomas tells us more.
It's empty classes at the St. Andrew's Anglican Primary School this morning as all of the students had to return home due to flooding at both entrances of the school. GBN was told because of this, students entered the classroom with wet socks, shoes, and uniforms. Grenada experienced heavy showers from Tuesday evening to most of Wednesday, which was the cause of the flooding. Though at the time the news team arrived, most of the water at the front entrance had already subsided. Muddy tracks remain visible. At the back entrance, the large pool of water students had to wade through clearly shows why shoes and socks were wet. This grandfather told the GBN that he received a call from a teacher who advised him to come to collect his grandchildren.
The teachers called me and they notified me that the school break up early, so come collect the kids, so just come and collect them because they can walk about too much of water they so. And the rain coming again, so all the parents that have the kids here supposed to come and collect the kids. Well, some don't come as yet because they have children there still, and the weather don't looking so good again because just now it will be plenty rain again. So the best thing is to get the kids home and get them out of the condition of the weather.
The St. Andrew Anglican Primary School was temporarily relocated to Progress Park St. Andrew to facilitate the rebuilding of a new permanent school at its prior location in the heart of Grenville next to the Anglican Church. The school was first damaged in 2004 by Hurricane Ivan and a few years later by fire. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
Heart health. Your heart health matters. Raising awareness on heart health is one individual's way of giving back to the community, as we hear in this report from Chrislena John.
Cardiologist specialist Dr. Elida Batista Herrera is partnering with other local organizations to host a seminar on heart health, something she believes can be a life changer for many Grenadians. In an exclusive interview with GBN, she highlighted the fact that a number of young people have and is falling victim to cardiovascular diseases.
In my daily experience seeing my patient, I realize that people need more education about cardiovascular disease. Cardiovascular disease are the first cause of death around the world, and here in the Caribbean area is the same. Like in Grenada is the same thing. Like it's the first cause of death around the world, and then it's affecting everybody. And lately it has been affecting more like young person.
The most important behavioral risk factor for heart disease and stroke are unhealthy diets, physical inactivity, tobacco use, and harmful use of alcohol. The effects of behavioral risk factors may show up in individuals as high blood pressure, high blood glucose, raised blood lipids, and overweight and obesity. Batista Herrera explains her way of giving back to the community is by teaching people how to avoid or treat heart disease.
I've been in the medical field for a long time, and then year after year we notice like increase of the principal risk factor about everything, not only the heart, about all the things. The faster in the life, the more stress, bad nutritional habits, more alcohol consumption, more smoke, more fast food. All of that have been increasing the risk to suffer for heart problems.
The cardiologists extend an invitation to the general public to attend this seminar. Here's what they can look forward to.
The seminar will be taking place in Bruce Street Mall here in St. George's. Will be this Friday the 14th at 4 p.m. We're planning to start the 4 p.m. chat. We have some guest speakers that coming to accompany that. We have the Miss Nashida Duncan. She's a nutritionist, a specialist in diet and nutrition, and she coming to talk about how to manage heart health and nutrition. Also, we having Mr. Lester Smith that coming for Just Sports Fitness Center, that he coming to talk about exercise in prevention and treatment and rehabilitation after having any heart issue, like to give more idea about that.
Dr. Batista hopes that at the end of the seminar, people will walk away a bit more informed about their hearts than they came in. Christelina John, GBN News.
Former Attorney General Jimmy Bristol raises the issue of citizenship regarding children of Grenadian parentage. What's constitutional and what's not? And it's been creating quite a buzz on social media.
We present the news. You analyze the various topics and distill the issues as they unfold. Your distillation points matter as we're about to highlight them in our Social Buzz report.
GBN Social Buzz is reaching beyond the local platform to share with you what's trending on social media. We browse the World Wide Web and bring to you the topics inciting the most reaction and debate among users.
Grenadians are being encouraged to know their rights relative to citizenship. Former Attorney General Jimmy Bristol points out that the NDC-led administration is going against the Constitution by following the prior government's action in demanding that foreign-born children of Grenadian parentage apply for Grenadian citizenship.
Now, what the Constitution under Section 97 says is that such person born outside Grenada to parents who are born in Grenada after independence are citizens on the day they were born. The Constitution makes you a citizen. You don't have to apply, you don't have to pay for a form, you don't have to pay a fee for a certificate, nothing. What has been happening, and came to my attention in the last few weeks, is that this administration is continuing what the previous administration was doing, making such people apply and pay money to be registered as a citizen.
Social media users took to the comment section to share their thoughts about this latest development. The following views are that of members of the public and not of the Grenada Broadcasting Network. Kalyan Pool Singh asked, is it really the administration or simply the immigration office doing their own thing? Nikal Joseph says, well then they should reform or change the Constitution because some things are just not clear and some things just don't make sense. Cecilia Charles says, that's interesting. It was like that under the previous government and nothing was done about it. Now they are blaming the 3+ month government. Ubantu Persona says, thanks to our mothers and grandmothers for using home name to register us at birth. I had to be registered and I understand why. Because my mother's name on her certificate wasn't corresponding with my birth certificate. That's because she used her home name, so descent can't be proven. And finally, Cadella Henry Victor says, thanks for providing insights on this matter, Mr. Bristol. We trust these unforeseen sad circumstances will be resolved soon. Let's not forget, though, the new trend is for this government to fix everything like magic. It's sad many couldn't see the wrong a little over 100 days ago. Give them time. There are many corrections to be made.
That's what's buzzing tonight. We encourage you, our viewers and listeners, to submit your think pieces on trending topics locally, regionally, and internationally via our Facebook page and YouTube channel. Continue to share your thoughts and concerns with us on our social media platforms.
And still ahead, Sedima Executive Director on official visit to Grenada. This is News at 7.
The most anticipated event to end 2022 is here. The 12th edition of the Wagiti Super Knockout Football Championship starts on Saturday, 15th October at the Victoria Park, Grenville. It's two big opening games. From 7 p.m. Game 1, 5 Stars St. Andrew versus St. David's United. 9 p.m. Game 2, Moncton Sports Club versus Sunsetter Sports Club. Then after the games, we head stateside for the young and upcoming trending Jamaican artists. 450. 450. Alongside Vanessa Bling.
Give me good loving, yeah.
The Octane Band and top local artists. Letneck, Mr. Wacky, and Brighter Star. Admission only $40. For all this action, the 12th edition of the Wagiti Super Knockout is on. Don't miss a game.
High impact doors and windows can be yours. Now available at Caribbean Shutters Windows and Doors, agents for Domus Windows and Doors. Get custom-made UPVC products with a 20-year warranty on frames and a 5-year warranty on hardware, complete with installation and so much more. Visit our showroom at 11 Frequente Industrial Park, St. George, or call 439-1293, or visit our website at www.domuswindows.com.
Megafest 2022 Gospel Explosion is finally here. Join the youth of the Grenada Conference of Seventh-day Adventists under the green and white tent at Progress Park in St. Andrews from Sunday, October 9th to the 29th at 7 p.m. and continuing nightly for an electrifying evangelistic experience like no other. Come hear the ever-exhilarating Pastor Oliver Scott shatter the kingdom of darkness with thundering messages from the Word of God. If you ever needed the Lord before, we sure do need Him now. Come find hope in the midst of your pain. See you there.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via Superb Service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
How did you get your electricity bill to be so low?
For one, we size our transformers just for what we need, and we unplug transformers, chargers, and other devices when they're not in use. We also replaced our light bulbs with LED. I even replaced the seal on my refrigerator door to keep the cold air in.
How do you know if it is working?
We pay attention to the usage history table. Over time, our average usage has decreased.
Grenlink, energizing our Grenada.
There was ever a time to keep and stay healthy, it's now. We at Hills and Valley are here to help you take deliberate steps to maintain your health. We stayed true to maintaining the most comprehensive rates while stocking the widest range of medicines and health devices, including personal protective equipment. There are so many benefits shopping with us. You get great savings through discounts for senior citizens and reward cards for loyal customers. Ask about owning yours today. Visit us at Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George, Jubilee Street opposite the Grenville Bus Terminal, and at Hillsborough, Carriacou. Our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street also stocks the widest range of pharmaceuticals. We are with you on the hills and in the valleys. We are Hills and Valley Pharmacy.
Here is a little known fact. There is only one place in Grenada that you can get an MRI scan done. That place is Stasia Imaging Center. Yes, Grenada, that's the truth. Other centers could offer you other scans, but Stasia Imaging provides an authentic MRI scan. Here's another little known fact. Stasia Imaging has 3 centers. We operate at Grenville, the Carnage, and at the Ocean House, Grandlands. We provide the widest range of laboratory tests and services. CT scans, x-rays, mammograms, ultrasounds, and a host of other services. We are fully staffed by a team of family doctors and specialists. Call us today at 444-7679 or 406-1500 or visit any of our 3 locations. Stasia Imaging, from seeing the doctor to getting lab tests, scans, and pharmacy services. We are here to take care of you.
Solar lights are back in stock and will be available for purchase at Southern Electrical. Here is a list of the solar lights that we offer. 200 to 300 watt intelligent floodlights with camera, 300 to 500 watt solar street lights, 60, 100, 200 and 500 RGB solar floodlights, 100, 200, 300, 500 and 800 solar floodlights, solar garden lights, 25, 40, 60, 100 and 200 watt solar floodlights, 3, 7 and 10 watt solar wall lights, motion center garden lights, motion sensor floodlights, 30, 60 and 90 watt solar street lights with accessories, 5 watt solar wall lamps, 40 and 60 solar street lights, and 100 and 300 solar floodlights with battery power display. Now available at Southern Electrical, Dusty Highway, St. George. Visit our showroom today.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Why pay full price for your mobile when you can pay half? Just bundle your home internet and mobile services with Flow and save 50% on your mobile bill. That's money in your pockets every month. Plus now you get free YouTube and WhatsApp data. And you can share your plan with up to 3 other numbers. Upgrade now and get a free smartphone. Switch and keep your number. Learn more at discoverflow.co.
And welcome back. The Caribbean Disaster Management Agency, SEDIMA's Executive Director, Elizabeth Riley, is in Grenada on her first official mission to meet with NADMA officials. Ms. Riley became the SEDIMA Executive Director in July of 2021, and her mission is to determine areas in need of strengthening.
It's really important for us to become very familiar at the coordinating unit with the new priorities of NADMA, particularly under the new leadership of Dr. Terence Walters, who has been recently appointed. In addition, I took the opportunity to brief Dr. Walters and the team at NADMA, including Ms. Hyacinth, on the new strategic direction for the agency for the period 2022 to 2027. And we're really trying to pursue a transformational agenda for the agency and position it for the future.
Ms. Riley said dialogue with the relevant disaster agencies is very much needed in light of changes in natural hazards across the region.
They're becoming a lot more intense. They're also becoming a lot more complex in how they're presenting. So we took the opportunity to discuss these things, to look at the areas where we can provide support for NADMA in the priorities on their programming. And I'll also have the opportunity to meet with the Honorable Prime Minister today to debrief him on the meeting and the priorities that we've talked through, and also to see how we can best support his transformative agenda as he pursues his tenure as leader.
The SEDIMA Executive Director also visited Carriacou and Petit Martinique on Tuesday and toured the Emergency Operations Center and Satellite Warehouse. She also held discussions with key officials on the islands to discuss immediate needs. National Disaster Coordinator of NADMA, Dr. Terence Walters, said one of his major roles is to look at the strengths and weaknesses from a regional perspective. And as such, Ms. Riley's visit is timely.
Sit and examine the priorities and see how our programs in Grenada can be strengthened based on the priorities set by the SEDIMA coordinating unit and based on the opportunities that are available, for transforming our disaster management processes here in Grenada. So it is a really good opportunity for us to have her here so that we can have those discussions.
Dr. Walters' appointment took effect Tuesday, the 4th of October, 2022. He previously served as both Deputy Disaster Coordinator and Acting National Disaster Coordinator during the period 2009 to 2017. Dr. Walters replaces Benedict Peters, who retired in July 2022. The words from a child are the purest, most honest you'll ever hear. It's time to take a peek through the GBN ISOL lens.
A good eye captures all. GBN Eyesore is brought to you by Clear Vision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. Clear Vision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Clear Vision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
Tonight's Eyesore features the beautiful children at the Riverview Preschool as they deliver their Child Month message.
It's my month. Children's care and education matters. Let our children grow and flourish. Mommy. Let me let's touch it. We are okay, yes.
The theme for this year's Child Month celebrations is Children's Care and Education Matter. Let children grow, glow, and flourish. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp at 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
And stay with us. We'll have the weather and sports reports up next.
101 reasons to shop at Quartz.
Unbeatable prices and the best value. Quality brands that you trust. At Quartz you can shop with no cash. Credit is amazing. Pay in 90 days. Quartz makes it easy. 101 reasons to shop at Quartz. We have so much in store and online we've got 101 reasons to shop at Quartz.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
You've asked for it, and now it's here. The NLA announces its new mid-morning draw, commencing September 30th at 9:45 a.m. Yes, you heard right. Draws for Pick 3, Cash 4, and Playway will now be conducted 3 times daily at 9:45 a.m., 12:45 p.m., and 7:45 p.m., Monday to Friday. The Saturday draws remains twice daily. And that's not all. Simply place your non-winning Cash 4, Pick 3, and Playway tickets valued at least $10 from a single purchase in the NLA branded box at your favorite sales location for chances to win 10 prizes of $1,000 each. Whoa! $10,000 is up for winnings. Compliments the NLA. Be sure to write your name, address, and contact info on your entries before submitting. Promotion runs from September 30th to October 28th and would be drawn on Friday, November 4th, 2022. NLA, making your dreams a reality while supporting sports, culture, and nation building. Must be 18 or older to participate. Terms and conditions apply. See stores for details.
High impact doors and windows can be yours. Now available at Caribbean Shutters Windows and Doors. Agents for Domus Windows and Doors. Get custom-made UPVC products with a 20-year warranty on frames and a 5-year warranty on hardware, complete with installation and so much more. Visit our showroom at 11 Frequente Industrial Park, St. George, or call 439-1293, or visit our website at www.domuswindows.com.
support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
for your education,
for your financial freedom,
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
A whole new level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express. WeatherGuard Pro. For every project, there's only one Pro.
Keeping an eye on the weather, this is GBN. We've got you covered.
And now for a look at the weather for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique for tonight and the following 3 days. Tonight is expected to be partly cloudy and hazy with a few light showers. We'll see a minimum of 25 degrees and winds east-northeasterly to easterly at 8 to 18 miles per hour. We'll see waves at 5 feet at open sea, and tide at 11:16 p.m. It will be low, and high tide at 5:59 a.m. And for the next 3 days, Thursday, October the 13th, it will be generally fair with slight haze and the chance of a few widely scattered showers. We'll see a maximum temperature of 32 degrees. Friday, October the 14th, it will be fair to partly cloudy with light to moderate showers. We'll see a high of 31.5. And on the first day of the weekend, Saturday, October the 15th, it will be generally fair, becoming partly cloudy at times with the chance of the brief afternoon showers. We'll see a maximum temperature of 31.5 degrees. And that's the weather. Welcome, sports fans. Let's dive right in. The CG United Super 50 Cup returns on the 29th of October, with the Caribbean's 50-over cricket rivals competing for the first time since February of 2021. The West Indies Academy team and Combined Campuses and Colleges, CCC, will join the 6 regional franchise teams to contest the 2022 CG United Super 50 Cup, to be played in Antigua and Trinidad from the 29th of October to the 19th of November. Trinidad and Tobago Red Forces will defend their title and host Zone A, featuring the Windward Islands Volcanoes, Guyana Harpy Eagles, and CCC. Zone B will feature hosts the Leeward Islands Hurricanes, Barbados Pride, Jamaica Scorpions, and the West Indies Academy. The opening match will be on Saturday, October the 29th, and see Zone B host Leeward Island Hurricanes facing the West Indies Academy. The West Indies' preparation for the upcoming ICC World Cup got interrupted just a bit today when their second warm-up match against the Netherlands was abandoned without a ball being thrown. Looking ahead, though, the squad will travel to Hobart, Tasmania for Group B of the tournament, where they will face Scotland, Zimbabwe, and Ireland. The tournament consists of 45 matches across venues: Adelaide, Brisbane, Geelong, Hobart, Melbourne, Perth, and Sydney. The ICC T20 World Cup has 2 rounds. The first, which will be the qualifying stage, and the second is the Super 12. So round 1 will see 8 teams split into 2 groups, aiming to qualify for the main round. Grenada's female national volleyball team have left the island for Dutch St. Martin to participate in the Eastern Caribbean Volleyball Association's Senior Women's Championship. Jamela Billy will captain the team, and the rest of the delegation will include Jilmar Clark, Sienna Dominique, Crystal Jones, Tecia Jones, and Kishanice Mitchell. Also making up the team for Grenada will be Shekinah Orr, Ezia Paul Mitchell, Thornia Williams Mitchell, and Rachel Phillip, all of whom will be led by the team coach, Stacey Ann King. And then Barbara Bernard will serve as the assistant coach and team manager. The competition will run from Wednesday the 12th of October until Sunday the 16th of October. And the Spice Girls left the island yesterday to participate in the America's World Cup netball qualifiers in Jamaica. The tournament runs from the 16th to the 22nd, and among the teams participating are Barbados, Trinidad and Tobago, St. Vincent, St. Lucia, America, and more. Grenada must finish in the top 3 spots in order to qualify for the World Cup in Africa next year. Veteran player Shakira Collymore is the team captain, and also making the cut is Carleen Alexander, Letitia Cato, Selena Brown, and Jamie John. And that's what's been happening in the world of sports today. Now for a look at what's been happening around the region and the wider globe. Due to the high cost of living recorded in Guyana, political analyst and commentator Gabriel Lal believes that the government's policies are short-sighted and only for a particular population cohort. More in this report.
The government has been doling out cash grants left, right, and center in a bid to cushion the astronomical spike in the cost of living and essential commodities. But despite these handouts, Guyanese continue to decry sharp increases in prices for basic food items and other essential commodities and services. It is premised on this that political analyst and commentator Gabriel Lal believes that the government's policies are short-sighted and for a particular category of people.
Cost of living is running away from us. It didn't go to a point at a bus stop and it waited here for us. We can't catch up. It keeps going away with every Guyanese, but some are better equipped than some. And that's where I think that the government policy has been short-sighted, has been very selective. Its socialism has been selective.
According to Lal, he would give the Ali-led administration an F for equity, while noting that police, nurses, and teachers are not able to benefit from these cash grants.
And in international news, Nigeria is battling some of the worst floods in a decade. Heavy rains have affected the south for weeks, and more than 300 people have died, and many houses have been destroyed by flood, causing many to ask whether the flood disaster is natural or man-made. We get the details from Al Jazeera.
Roads, gardens, homes, all submerged. In some cases, the floodwaters have reached as high as the rooftops.
We are left with nothing to cope with life. We now get into the first floors of our houses in canoes. I don't know how we're going to get back from what's lost from the flood. We don't have anything to eat.
Nigeria has been battling heavy rains and catastrophic flooding for weeks. More than 500,000 people have been affected, according to the National Emergency Management Agency.
We were not properly informed on the magnitude of what we will face because if they did, we would have had made plans to evacuate. We thought it was the normal flooding that happens every year when the river overflows its boundaries.
But this isn't normal yearly flooding. Water levels are the worst in a decade, according to aid workers.
The flood came suddenly and met us unprepared. All the houses and the camp, which served as settlements for farmers, are underwater.
More than 300 people have so far been killed by the floods. On Friday, a boat capsized that was overloaded with people escaping the floods. 76 died. 27 out of Nigeria's 36 states have been affected. The waters are showing no signs of subsiding, and authorities say the situation is, quote, beyond their control. Stephanie Decker, Al Jazeera.
And that is what's been happening around the region and in the wider globe. Now for a recap of the night's top headlines. St. Andrew businessman claims to be the victim of robberies 5 times in less than 2 weeks. Supplementary Appropriations Act passed in the Senate on Tuesday. President of the Grenada Bar Association reiterates the calls for a stable home for the court system and proper security. And in around the globe, regionally, political analyst says Guyanese government's relief efforts are short-sighted and for a select few. In international news, Nigeria flood kills more than 300 and submerges homes and roads. In sports, Grenada to compete in regional women's volleyball championship. Stay tuned to GBN TV for the debut of Season 2 of Interesting Grenadians, the Anya Chow Chung story. That comes up at 8, right here on GBN. If you missed any part of this newscast, there will be a rebroadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at gbn.gd or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Stasia Blake, and that's the news. Thank you for joining us. Good night.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed